The artwork is more like a happening in a sense. I find things, or things find me. I come across stuff all the time. And you know how people put stuff out in front of their houses on trash night, and they know the trash man is going to take this, they're going to take that. But people driving by, somebody's going to grab those pipes. Somebody will probably take the sewing machine, this old chair. Somebody might grab that, and which I think is great. It recycles. Junk gets another chance to be something and live somewhere. You know, the people channel spirits. It sounds a little far out. I think I channel junk. It just comes through. It's uncanny how this happens. I need this or I need that. Boom, I take a walk around PC from morning after trash day. There's exactly what I was looking for. I always say thank you. Thank you very much. I kind of take it a step further. Everything has a consciousness to it, not just people and animals, and to everything. Atoms, nucleus and all that stuff, molecules, that's all consciousness. What I'm able to do, or what I perceive, are these things coming together. And the old chair's not an old chair anymore. It goes on something else that's brand new. And they have a way of coming together and being something that they weren't before. A lot of these I picture as existing in another time. To me, they're vehicles that exist on a parallel reality in around the early 1800s for some reason. But they look old, but they're new, but they look old, but they're futuristic, but they're old. The wheels don't turn and the gauges don't work, but who cares about that? They give you the feeling of motion. They are in motion, like we all are. Maybe you think as though you're just sitting there, but you're thinking. You're going somewhere. You're always going somewhere. I like them because they rise up a bit off the ground because it defies gravity. They're not supposed to sit on the ground, not really. These things have their own way of getting wherever they have to go. I named one show Vehicles of Dreams. These vehicles are like vehicles you see in dreams. Or when we're living in our parallel realities, that's what you drive. The musical aspect of them, music takes you places. All music, whatever music you're listening to, is a form of transportation. I play piano, I enjoy piano. There was a piano in the house that I grew up in. Many, many homes had pianos, and my mother played piano, and I would just stand there and be in awe of, wow, that is so cool. This was before TV. My mother's family, she was raised with 5 girls. The whole family played musical instruments together. Somebody played the trumpet, the trombone, the accordion, the guitar, the piano, the drum. And I think it is just fabulous. That's the way it should be. People are happy when they're playing music, especially together with other people. So I grew up in it, and I wanted to take piano lessons. Usually kids are forced to take them. I asked for them. I really want this. I remember my cousin showing me the first thing to play in boogie-woogie. And I thought, oh, this is I played a gig last fall, and I made $40. The first gig I ever did when I was 15 years old, which was over 50 years ago, I made $40. You can't be in it for the money, that's for sure. I've read up on a bunch of this stuff. I don't take any book that I read or any belief system and believe it completely. I think they're all tools, and the more belief systems you can be aware of, the more tools you have to draw from. It's one of the things that we are a product of, and that's why I use the symbolism of a lot of them in my pieces. Often, you think in colors. Black, silver, and red came at me for like a month. belt was black and silver. So anything that was black, silver, and red would jump right out at me, and I thought, okay, you come with me. When I'm working on my pieces, you just become at total peace with everything, and maybe it's just another way of meditating. Everything goes away. It's a peaceful thing to do. It's not, to me, it's anything but work. It's just fun. Because this will make for a good seatbelt. When you're out there in the cosmos, things can get rough. Your XYZ up here, that's the end. It's homemade looking, and nothing polished about any of them. And it doesn't have to be. I don't care about that. Eventually, there's this kind of an abstract idea that they all belong together. Because to me, they're more like chapters than they are a piece. So I would like to get a storyline together in my head because they do relate to each other. I think it'd be great to have a show where they would be able to do that. I like doing a lot of different things. It's cool. I appreciate the fact that we're alive. I think life gets hard when you cling to the old tools, the old ways. Clinging to things is very painful. That's what my junk is about. That's what my art is about. It changes. The objects change. They change their persona. They become another thing. They grow. And I grow with them. There's been struggles. And life is we're supposed to have our struggles. And we're all going to have struggles, and there's going to be more of them. No, it's not whoop-de-doo all the time. That's how we grow. I think the less rigid one can see themselves and less rigid of how they view others, the lot easier this thing is going to go for them. Do what you love. I think that's what really matters. My work brings joy to people, usually. They look at it and can smile. I love that.